All right, guys. So now we will be moving on towards the summary, right? I'm just quickly going to go over the format again. So we're doing the OL English Language 1123 paper, paper one, the reading paper. Total marks for this paper are 50. Total time for this paper is 2 hours. Section A comes entirely from text A, which is for 25 marks. Question one, which is a 16-mark question, is explicit meaning questions, and question number two, which is a 9-mark question, is implicit questions. Then we're now moving towards section B, which comes entirely from text B and it's for 25 marks. Question number three, summary of text B for 20 marks, and then the perspective question for 5 marks. So we'll be seeing how to first extract points for the summary, and then how to actually write the summary. I'm using a 0500 paper for this summary task. For you guys, this will be question number 3, part B. So read text B, kayaking is good for your health in the insert, and then answer question number 1F on this question paper. According to text B, what are the benefits of taking up kayaking as a hobby? Right? Taking up kayaking as a hobby. So make sure that you notice the word choice very carefully. You must use continuous writing and use your own words as far as possible. Continuous writing implies that it needs to be in a single paragraph. It needs to be continuous. Use your own words. Do not use the words that you find in the insert. Obviously, certain words, for example, kayaking itself, you don't need to look for synonyms for that. But for other words, just use your own words as far as possible. And then your summary for you guys, for the O-level students, it should not be more than 150 words. So this is not for you guys. Just going to cross it out as well. This is not for you guys. For you guys, it's 150. All right. Up to 10 marks are available for the content of your answer. And again, for you guys, it's 10 marks for the quality of your writing. And it's a total 20-mark summary. Okay, that being said, when I say content of your answer, that implies the content points, the points that you are extracting from the text. And then the 5 marks, the 10 marks, sorry, for the quality of your writing implies your sentence structure, your word choice, your punctuation, variety of punctuation, varying sentence lengths, the fact that you can use complex sentences, compound sentences, and that you can use conjunctions and transitional devices. All of that makes up the quality of your writing. And now let's read the insert. Some plunge down waterfalls, others fish from their vessels, but all kayakers have one thing in common. They all know a thing or two about leading a healthy lifestyle. Bobbing around in a kayak offers far more than a relaxing way to spend a sunny afternoon. Kayakers can teach the rest of us lots about leading happier, healthier lives. And luckily, it's easier to start kayaking than you think. All of that paddling and water resistance lends to itself to a serious workout. Just 1 hour of kayaking can burn over 350 calories, depending on how hard you paddle, and builds muscle strength in more areas than just the arms. You can enjoy the benefits of a full workout far from the confines of a sweaty gym, says outdoor sports expert Brad Bostrom. But pick the right vessel. Brad recommends going for a wide boat that you sit on top of. These boats are much easier to get back in if you flip them over, he says. Along with your boat, Brad advises investing in a high quality, lightweight paddle, which will make for more efficient movement. Apparently, the consistent motion of kayaking is a great way to get your heart beating too. Easier on the knees than pounding pavements, and research shows that elite kayakers actually breathe more efficiently. And there are just as many mental benefits. Whether battling whitewater rapids or drifting along with the help of ocean waves, kayaking is a way to de stress. Exercise decreases stress by increasing endorphins, bringing athletes to the present moment, and actually lifting. A new book, Blue Mind by Wallace J. Nichols, PhD, shows that adding water to the equation brings a whole new level of stress busting. So remember that even the best swimmers can tire quickly enough for the cold waters. Kayakers of all levels should always wear a personal flotation device, Brad advises. Paddle in a group too, join a club. It's safer and a great way to make new friends. Time spent outdoors comes with a slew of bonuses, including vitamin D intake from sensible sun exposure time. But watch the weather. Finding yourself stranded in a storm is not fun. Lightning loves to strike water, and wind can create dangerous waves. It's always good to check the forecast before heading out. Overcoming extreme challenges like whitewater rapids or even paddling a longer distance than you did last time helps build confidence and positive self image. There's nothing like floating quietly through a forest and surprising a sunbathing alligator, says Brad. I see and learn new things every day. Right. So once you've read the insert one, you can go see the prompt again. What are the benefits of taking up kayaking as a hobby? And then what you're going to do is you're going to start underlining and numbering the points in the passage, right? So we are looking for at least 12 points. In your summary, you will be writing a minimum of 12 because in the case, so you will be marked out of 10 for content points, right? But you write 12 just in case you get a couple wrong, right? So even if you have a couple wrong answers, so there's going to be no negative marking and you will still end up getting your full mark. So write a minimum of 12 content points. Okay, so this is the document we'll be using to extract points in and then write the summary. Okay. So remember at this point, you're just underlining on the text. I'm actually putting them in a different document, but you guys are just underlining. So it's not going to, it's their words. It's the words of the insert. At this point, you just need to find the point. All right, I personally don't see any point here. Kayakers can teach the rest of us lots about leading happier, healthier lives. Hmm. I don't think that this would be a point. I do, however, think that this will be a point. It's easier to start kayaking, new things, so it's easy to start. That's a benefit of taking it up. All of that paddling and water resistance lends itself to a serious workout. So the workout point, definitely. Just 1 hour of kayaking can burn over 350 calories depending on how hard you paddle and builds muscle strength in more areas than just the arms. Okay, copy. Builds muscle strength in more areas than just the arms. You can enjoy the benefits of a full workout far from the confines of a sweaty gym. But pick the right vessel. Brad recommends going for a wide boat that you sit on top of. These boats are much easier to get back in if you flip them over. He says, along with your boat, Brad advises investing in a high quality lightweight paddle, which will make for more efficient. I don't really think this is a benefit, any of this is a benefit of taking kayaking up as a hobby. Apparently, the consistent motion of kayaking is a great way to get your heart beating too, easier on the knees than pounding pavements. And research shows that elite kayakers actually breathe more efficiently. There are 3 points here. Bit unsure about this one because I'm just going to add this to show I'm unsure about it because it talks about elite kayakers and not somebody who's just taking it up as a hobby. Um, and there are just as many mental benefits, whether battling whitewater rapids or drifting along with the help of ocean waves. Kayaking is a way to de-stress. increasing endorphins, bringing athletes to the present moment. The new book, Blue Mind by Wallace J. Nichols, PhD, shows that adding water to the equation brings a whole new level of stress busting. I don't think that this would be a point since we've already mentioned that it's a great way to de-stress. So remember that even the best swimmers can tire quickly in rough or cold water. Kayakers of all levels should always wear a personal flotation device. Paddle in a group to join a club. It's safer and a great way to meet friends. It's also paddling in a group is a great way to make new friends. Putting that down as well. Cutting this part, talking about the safety bit. Time spent outdoors comes with a slew of bonuses, including vitamin D intake from sensible sun exposure time, but watch the weather. Finding yourself stranded in a storm isn't fun. Lightning loves to strike water, and wind can create dangerous waves. It's always good to check the forecast before heading out. So this. Vitamin D intake. See, there's plenty of points. We've gone above 12, right? Overcoming extreme challenges like whitewater rapids or even paddling a longer distance than you did last time helps build confidence and positive self-image. There's this too. Then I see and learn new things every day. There we go. We found 16. Let's check them from the mark scheme. 12, however, will suffice. You guys don't need to write that many. You are on a word point. You are limited in the number of words you can use. So just 12 points is good. 12 correct points. All right, so it's relaxing. It's a very good way to de-stress. Clearly, we have some wrong given that they just wrote 14 points in the mark scheme. Unless there are a few below. No, there aren't. We did write this, makes you happier, lifts your mood. So this was the stress point. Makes you happier, lifts your mood. Easy to start. This was one of our early ones. Good workout burns calories. Okay, so 2 and 3 were actually 1 point. It was workout point and then the calories. This is 1. Builds muscle strength, builds different muscles. Okay, so this will also be a point. Not stuck in a sweaty gym. Thank God for that. Good for heart health. Less impact on joints than running. This was the knees point. Improves efficiency of breathing. So they did have this. They actually breathe more efficiently. But they haven't really mentioned the elite kayakers. They've just generally mentioned that they Those who kayak regularly, they breathe more efficiently. Range of challenge, building up challenge, setting and achieving goals. This was towards the end. This is actually this point. Facing challenges helps build confidence and positive image. Improve social life makes new, maybe actually it's a different point. It's really not this. The challenge point is an entirely different point of its own. However, I have given us a mark for the self confidence and positive self image. Improve social life, make new friends. We did write this. Vitamin D intake, we have that as well. Unexpected experiences, new experiences, learn new things, see new things. This is this one. All right. Decreases stress by increasing endorphins. So this is actually the same point as the de-stress one. We're actually the same overarching point. We didn't have to make a separate point. Yeah. There we have 40. Points. This was not a point bringing athletes to the present moment. The one that they had in the mark scheme, however, was this one. Range of challenge, building up talent, setting and achieving goals. So let's put that here instead. And that is how you extract your points. All right, guys. So I paused the recording for a bit and I wrote the summary. We will now just be discussing it. So before we read the summary, let me show you guys the summary checklist, which is sort of what you guys need to follow to really nail your summary, right? And it creates for a very holistic summary. So try to use transitional devices, at least 6 to 8. So transitional devices are devices that show some sort of transition from one idea to another. Examples of listing transitional devices, always used in the beginning of sentences, are firstly, secondly, thirdly, fourthly, or moreover, furthermore, additionally, in addition, etc. And then transitional devices also have other uses. For example, there are transitional devices to show opposition. So for example, on the other hand, on the contrary, on the flip side, however, although, etc. And then they can also be used to show some sort of a transition of time. So next, later, etc. Then use conjunctions, at least 3 to 5. So conjunctions are used in the middle of sentences to link two sentences, and, or, but, because, etc. Reinforce the topic for which you are writing points. So I will show you how I did it in the summary. But so our summary was on the topic of the benefits of taking up kayaking as a hobby, right? So you did not have to just mention that in the topic sentence, but you had to reiterate that later in your summary as well. So not just in the first line, one of the benefits of kayaking is da da da, right? Once you've written 3, 4 more points, you could have said, this is another benefit of taking up or picking kayaking as a hobby, right? So you're reiterating to the reader that this is the topic for which you are writing the summary for. All right. Do not start a sentence with but or because. Try to use at least one semicolon and commas and other punctuation types such as exclamation mark or a simple colon. So I won't be going into detail about how to use semicolons or simple colons. You guys can see another video. I'll link it in the description on grammar, right? And that it has semicolon use as well. So if you watch that, if you're watching it long before your exams, and you can integrate this kind of punctuation in your exam, it will take your paper to a whole different level, right? So it makes for sophisticated punctuation. Do not add examples or details. Stick to the overarching or main point. At least 12 points must be written. So I explained this already that you need to have a minimum of, well, not minimum, but you need to have 12 points, right? Because there's no negative marking. However, if you, let's say you wrote 10 points and you got two wrong, you're going to get an 8 out of 10. However, if you wrote 12 and you got two wrong, still going to get 10 out of 10, right? So the extra 2 points are your safety net, and they can be integrated within your 150 word limit easily. Do not exceed or fall below the word limit by more than 5 words. Your word limit is 150 words, so you can exceed it by 5 words. So you can go till 155, or you can fall below the word limit by 5. So 145 to 155 is your boundary, right? You can't go past that. Make sure your grammar and tenses are correct. So this is what a colon looks like, and this is what a semicolon looks like. You guys can watch my video on grammar rules to further learn about this. Okay, now having read the summary checklist, let's go and see the summary itself and see how I have integrated all of these pointers within the summary. All right, so starting kayaking as a hobby comes with various advantages. So that is our topic sentence. Not only is it easy to begin, but also assists us in burning calories. So you can see that I have adjusted 2 points into one sentence. So easy to begin, assists in burning calories. Moreover, transitional device, it can help in strength training for the entire body. Kayaking also allows us to enjoy a full body workout without being restricted to an indoor gym. So I haven't really written confines of a sweaty gym, right? Just use your own words as much as possible. Additionally, habitual kayakers find themselves breathing better. Kayaking is beneficial for heart health too. Now, if somebody had written here, elite kayakers breathe much better, that doesn't fit into your summary, which is about taking up kayaking as a hobby. So I've shifted it to habitual kayakers. People who do it consistently find themselves breathing better. Kayaking is beneficial for heart health too. Being able to relieve stress, enhancing your mood, and becoming more mindful are some more mental benefits of taking up the hobby of kayaking. So this is me reiterating the topic, which I did in the beginning. It even allows kayakers to socialize more when they paddle together! Exclamation mark, right? And at a very fitting place as well. So trying to integrate a variety of punctuation. Since kayaking is an outdoor activity, being able to soak up vitamin D is another perk of taking it up. Reiterating the topic again, right? This time I didn't use the word hobby, but I just said another perk of taking it up, another benefit of taking it up. Taking what up? Kayaking. Overcoming the challenge that it presents also helps kayakers improve their self-esteem and boost their confidence. Lastly, kayaking is a great hobby for those who wish to experience the new and unknown. So overall, I've used as many points, as many words of my own as I possibly can, right? As I possibly could. So that being said, you should also check the word count. Since I was doing this on a Google Doc, I was able to just use the tools and it's 153 words. What you guys can do is just make sure that they'll give you a set of lines to write on. Make sure that you fill those out. And if you are exceeding the lines that they have given you and you are within the word limit, you can add one extra line with a pencil. You can write in that and you should be good. But not more than that. So they scan that line with the pencil that you've drawn with the pencil and written on with a pen, but anything beyond that, they will not count. So make sure that you stay within your word limit. And that is it for the summary.